To learn about the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. So I was supposed to get into the 100-degree mark 2 days in a row, so I thought I better relax a little so I don't hurt myself. So today I thought I'd come down here and show you the chickens. I don't come inside very often. Isn't that something? They're checking me out. There's Frenchie. Frenchie used to be so bad. He'd kick everybody's, hindside in here, but now the roosters are older. She, I think, is a she, really backs down now. Not so tough like she used to be. And then, of course, on the other side, we got all the little baby chickens. We have 3 different age groups in the baby chickens, and I was really worried that they wouldn't get along, but they've done really well together. Really starting to integrate and becoming one flock. It used to be 3 different flocks. So, like I said, I'm just kind of taking the next couple days off, not do much, try to stay cool. Of course, we don't have air conditioning in the house just yet, and I don't know if we're going to get air conditioning up there underneath the trees. It stays pretty nice. Now, of course, I still got this air conditioner. If worst comes to worst, I can pop this out real quick, get it into the house. I wanted to leave it down here for the chickens. I run it for about 15 or 20 minutes a day to cool this down when I put the baby chickens away. I'd rather leave it here, but if I have to, I'll take it up there. I've seen a lot of people say that you can't survive without air conditioning. You can always put more clothes on in the winter, but you can't take more clothes off in the summer. I find that strange because the air conditioner is only about 100 years old. I think in the 1920s it was invented. Prior to that, nobody had air conditioning. Can you imagine being down in Mississippi or Florida in the 1800s? You drank lemonade in the shade underneath the porch. I'm sitting right here in the shade, standing here. It's much cooler than when I was over there. So with the house being up in the shade, it's actually quite comfortable in there. So I'm not sure you need air conditioning. We'll find out today. Of course, I don't want to be out in the sun working, which kind of leads me into a conversation I want to talk about, kinda. I find it funny about jealousy. Jealousy is a very interesting subject to me because, one, I don't understand it. Here recently, I'm really starting to get a grasp on jealousy. I don't understand why people are jealous. I'm starting to see it more and more here recently. Now, I do understand the jealousy in a relationship where one spouse cheats on another spouse. But as far as being jealous of another person or even a stranger because they got something that you don't have, well, I don't get that one. Really never have. The closest I ever got jealous, and I can tell you I wasn't jealous. I wanted to strive to be as good, but my ex-wife's sister, she was a doctor and he was an engineer, and they had a nice house. And we went to visit them, and of course I felt really subordinate to them. And when we got back into the car, my wife and I, we got back in the car and I said, I'm sorry I can't provide this to you. Over the next few years, I was able to do a lot of what they had accomplished on 2 incomes, 2 major incomes. Instead of me being jealous, I just worked hard to accomplish it. The next time I saw jealousy, and I didn't even know what it was at the time. I really didn't. I just don't see it. I don't understand it, so I don't see it. I was hired by a company. My boss was a fairly smart guy. I was told by my employees that when he hired me, that he was intimidated by my intelligence. I am not trying to be conceited or anything like that. I am giving you direct information. This is what my employees told me. And it wasn't one employee that said it. He came out and talked to all of them. He's a really smart guy. I'm intimidated by him. Now remember, he was my boss, and I felt like he was fairly intelligent. As a matter of fact, he taught me a lot of stuff. It never occurred to me that he was jealous or anything. And then one day, we both got in trouble by his boss. We were both called into his office, and his boss was just very upset with us. I don't even remember what it was about. And he told my boss, so his boss told my boss in front of me, that you better straighten this up. This is what he said to my boss. You better straighten this up, or I'm going to put Rob, me, into your position. Well, from that day on, my boss tortured me. I mean, just ran me down, and just did everything he could. Instead of trying to improve his situation, whatever it was easier for him to run me down, to the point where we had a very strained relationship. I mean, I would have considered him my friend prior to that, but afterwards, it was really a rocky road. He got fired eventually. I eventually quit. So jealousy ended up destroying him, and he never recovered from it. It's really sad. I really feel bad for the guy. Well, I was watching a video of a guy. Showed up in my feed. He's an off-gridder. I never watch off-grid channels. Very rarely do I watch a newcomer off-grid channel. I just don't have time for it. Typically, I might watch the bigger ones because they say if you want to be a billionaire, do what the billionaires do. The reason I'm not a billionaire is I don't do what billionaires do. I read a book from a billionaire. It says, here's what you do to be a billionaire. First thing he says, you got to play golf. No, thank you. I'm not playing golf. I don't do the things to be a billionaire, so I'm not going to be jealous of billionaires. I could be a billionaire, I suppose, if I did what billionaires do, but I don't. I want to be a fairly good YouTuber. So what do? I watch big YouTubers. You know, every time I say this guy's name, I get a lot of people in the comment section that complain about him. Don't go to my comment section and complain about another YouTuber. There's no reason to. But Wrangler Star has a very successful YouTube channel. I forget how many millions of subscribers he's got, but he's done something right. So I watch to see what he does. I try to do what he does. I just feel like if I want to be a good YouTuber, I need to do what he does. This little YouTuber showed up on my feed, and the first thing he does is he starts criticizing bigger YouTubers. He is mad, furious, because his channel's not growing. He may have made 20 videos. He's not worked very hard at it. He definitely doesn't do what bigger YouTubers are doing. And bam! He throws my name out. Just bashes me. Says, that guy's got a punchable face. I'm so sick of looking at him. He doesn't know how to live off-grid. I mean, he is just furious at me. It's my fault that his YouTube channel isn't doing well. Well, I blow it off. You know, it's just another guy complaining about Rob. You know, I get so much hate mail every day. And so many videos made about me each day that it's just, okay, another guy's ticked off at me because he's a failure. And then he says something I just can't believe. I'm just floored. He says, and that keep it Dutch guy. So he's criticizing keeping it Dutch. Now, keeping it Dutch I think has 200,000 subscribers or 300,000 subscribers. I'm like, dude, now you're just being dumb. That guy knows how to make videos. And then he continues on. And that Wrangler Star. And I thought, oh my goodness, really? Wrangler Star, millions of subscribers, making bukus of dollars on YouTube. He's got it figured out. He knows how to do it. And you're going to criticize his channel? You got like 5,000 subscribers. You get 100 views per video. And you're criticizing this guy? You're an idiot, is what I'm thinking. I'm beginning to realize that he's jealous that other YouTubers have been more successful. Well, I put 4 years into my channel. It's a daily struggle. And then he talks about Dutch, who's been doing it 5 or 6 years. And Wrangler Star's been doing it, I think, 10 years. So this guy eventually quits doing YouTube. YouTube doesn't treat him fair. He doesn't want to do what it takes to be a YouTuber. He clearly says that in the video. So he's not willing to do what it takes. So he wants YouTube to change how it promotes videos so he can be successful. He's the only one that knows how to live off-grid, and he's the only one that knows how to make YouTube videos. So the other day, I'm watching another video, and this guy has been making videos for a long time. He's just not growing. Again, I think he's just downright jealous. He's jealous of everybody more successful than him. And instead of doing anything to change, I think it was Einstein that said, a sign of a crazy person is a person who keeps doing things over and over again and expecting different results. Well, that's what this guy does. Every day he makes the same kind of videos and expects different results. He actually says that if you make YouTube videos, you cannot change your style. And he criticizes people who do. Well, on YouTube, I mean, think about it. A TV show lasts 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and then it dies. So on YouTube, you constantly have to change with the times. Living the nomadic lifestyle for many years, I saw it coming. Nomads are a dying breed. It's just dying. The pandemic shut down the nomadic lifestyle. The thing you don't want to do is keep making nomadic videos because nobody's interested in it anymore. So we changed and started living off-grid and started making off-grid videos. Much more success. Eventually, off-grid might die off and I'll have to do something different. We'll cross that bridge when the time comes, but you always have to keep up. So you can't say, you got to keep everything the same and then expect different results. It just doesn't happen. And this guy is furious. You can see it every day. He's getting more and more angry that other people are more successful than him. It got me to talking to Carolyn today about this. Because like I said, I don't understand jealousy. And we were talking about the nomadic lifestyle. We lived the nomadic lifestyle. We quit our job, sold everything, got in our pop-up camper, and we started a pop-up camper. And we tried to convince ourselves for so long that we were happy. But after a while, we began to realize, no, this is not happiness. We reflect back on things that we saw and did with fond memories, but most of the things that we think about is like, man, I hated finding water, hated trying to find new campgrounds all the time. I hated trying to find internet signal all the time. So we come back and we do what we did in the past. Had a piece of property in the past, raised chickens, cut firewood, and all of a sudden it's like, I have no stress. When I go to bed at night, I fall asleep. I'm not thinking about, oh my gosh, I gotta get this done, and I'm so worried about this, and I can't afford this, and I'm just happy. That's what I want to make the point about today's video is, you have to identify what your dream is. You can't say, well, I'm jealous of that person because they got $1 billion, and I'm jealous of that person because they got a successful YouTube channel, and I'm jealous of that person because they got a happy family, and I'm jealous of that person because he's got an acre and a half without an air conditioner. I'm jealous, I'm jealous, I'm jealous, but I'm not changing anything. I want my life to be happy the way it is. I want to be able to go and drink myself to oblivion every night and expect different results. With us being nomads, we were trying to identify what our dream is, and the only thing we were trying to do was what everybody else is doing. So I hope I can inspire you to identify that one thing that will make you truly happy. Thanks for watching.